Hey, what's up, y'all? Got story time, man. Alright, so boom, right? I was in jail. I had just got out of jail, man. I was in jail for 2 years. I just got out of jail. While I was in jail, I had, you know, I don't know how it is in your states, but in our states, in North Carolina, I was in jail in North Carolina. In North Carolina, you can look at the phone book, right? I was in jail for 2 years. So in North Carolina, they had phone books, man. So what we used to do, we used to look at phone books, right? And we used to get random names out of the phone book. And like, if you don't have no money, nobody's sending you money, the jail, all depends on how long you was in jail. Every week, the jail would give you so many stamps. So once a week, the jail would give you once a month. Man, once a month, the jail would give you so many stamps. So I was in jail 2 years. That's 24 months. So that means I had a lot of stamps, and I didn't have nobody to write for like a year. For like maybe a year, I wasn't thinking till somebody put me on to this situation. So I'm in jail like a year, right? Maybe a year and 3 months or some shit like that. Cause I remember when I met her, it wasn't too soon before I got out. So I'm in jail and shit, right? So this dude told me, he was like, yo, man, cause he was telling me how he was meeting women. They was sending him money and they was helping him out while he was in jail and shit. He be on the phone all the time talking. And a lot of times when you in jail, that's especially was in jail long like I was, man, you wanna talk, damn man, you wanna talk to somebody like damn kids. You wanna talk to the outside world, right? So I ain't had nobody to talk to, man. So I was fiending to talk to the outside world because I had nobody to talk to, and because I think I ain't had no family. So and so he put me on to it. He was like, yo, all you gotta do, go on the phone book, pick out a random name, man, and write them. But pick out pick out a black woman name. Pick out a black woman name. And in the city that I was locked up in, he kind of knew it was guys from that city, so they knew what areas of the city, what streets where black people predominantly live. So when you in jail, these niggas have time. Like they literally have time to do shit. So I mean, these dudes was perfecting this shit to perfection, to where they knew east side, west side, north side, south side, streets. They knew streets. They knew like where to write, what streets, where areas to write, where the right people, where to like they just knew where the appropriate streets to send the mail to get certain women to write you back. They knew this shit, man. So they put me on to it. So I'm goddamn in jail, right? And so dude was like, yo, look, right here, boom. And he was like, yo, just find black women names like Shaniqua, Shaquana, Tamika, Toya. Just find black women names and make sure they on these streets. Make sure these streets. And so I would show him. Be like, yeah, that's a good one right there. Yeah, she black. So anyway, and a lot of the streets was the projects. So he had me writing where the projects, like the project streets, like say Cherry Street was the project where the projects was at. So he was like, yeah, right here, right here, yeah, apartment like Shamika, 1616 Cherry Street, apartment C. That's the hood. That's the hood. And normally a lot of hood chicks, they know dudes in jail, so they'll write back. So anyway, so I ended up getting like, picked like 10. I'm in jail. I ain't got time. So I got down, I'm sitting there writing letters. I done wrote 10 letters off. So boom, right? Out of the 10 letters I sent off, like 3 girls wrote back. So I'm like, okay, so boom, so don't get it right. So I'm corresponding with these 3 girls. So I'm like, shit, now, you know, when you in jail, like I said, if you ain't never been in jail, you don't understand. But if you been in jail, y'all get it. Like, it's just like a breath of fresh air getting the mail and reading the mail and having somebody write you and shit, right? And read, you know what I'm saying? And then you take, and it even got to the point where, like, when you in jail, like, when you open the letter, you smelling it like the, like, for real, I'm not kidding you. Like say, like, this the envelope, right? So when you get the letter, you smelling the envelope. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you've been locked up so long. Then you open up the paper, read the paper, you smelling the paper. Like, shit, yo, that's how it is when you locked up, man. So anyway, cause you trying to smell her perfume or whatever, I don't know. But anyway, man, so for the 3 girls that I got to write me, one continued to write me my whole entire time I was locked up. So boom, and that probably was like 7 or 8 more months. And she gave me her number, was like, yo, call her. So I was calling her, we was talking on the phone. Now I'm like, damn, she gave me her number, and she was accepting to collect calls. So now she was putting money on her phone to accept the calls. Then this chick started sending me money. Like, she was sending me money. Then, man, this chick started, yo, man, so, all right. So she was like, I want to come see you. I was like, damn. Because y'all know I'm Mr. Ugly, so I was like, damn. So she was like, I want to come see you. I was like, man, damn, this bitch finna start sending me money. She gonna see me and start sending me money. Oh, God. I said, damn. I said, she wanted to see me. I kept saying, so I kept putting her off, right? Like, yo, I'm in the box, man. I just got into a fight, so I'm in PC. I'm in PC. I can't, I'm in PC. Now you gotta also understand, too, when you locked up, when you write letters, your name and your inmate number is on the letter. So all she got to do is call the jail. I was in jail, I wasn't in prison. So all she had to do is call the jail and ask the jail, am I in PC or whatever? And they'll tell her, nah, he's not in PC. So I had told her I was in PC protective custody because I had got into a fight. So she was like, oh, what you doing fighting and shit right in the letter? So she was like, so I was like, I can't even call you. So anyway, she goddamn wrote, so she wrote me, because I told her I was in PC, so I couldn't goddamn call. So she wrote me, she talking about, I called the jail, and the jail says you're not in PC. So I was like, damn. So now, mind you, so the mail came, let's say Monday. So I gotta call her corresponding with the time the mail get here. So I waited till the next day and called her. I was like, yeah, I just got out. So she was like, why you lying, say you was in PC? I said, I was in PC. She was like, no, you wasn't. You wasn't in PC because I called up there to the jail and they said you wasn't in PC. I was like, I was in PC, man. Yes, I was. So she said, no, you wasn't. So boom, we went on with that shit like that. So she was like, man, you full of shit. Why you lying? You lying already. So I was like, yo, I was in PC. So she was like, well, I'm coming. She said, I want to come see you. So now I'm like, she was like, you don't let me come see you, we can't talk no more. Man, what the fuck? So we can't talk no more. So, man, what the fuck? So I was like, all right. So, damn. So now I'm like, well, there go my money. There go the money. There go all my money. I ain't gonna probably get no more money from her and all this shit. So I go up there. So boom, time for us to see each other. So I'm like, damn. So she got damn. So they called me. Visit. I was like, all right, boom. So I go in and visit there. Boom, I go in there. So I go in there. She already in there. Wait, yeah, she was already in there. So when I go there, I see like a image, like a image covering up the whole, cause in these you got booths. So I see like an image covering up this booth. And I'm like, damn. So I'm thinking, in my mind, I'm thinking one thing. 160, 150, 130 pounds, young 130 pounds, nice motherfucker, 130 pounds, you know what I'm saying? Man, I go to the goddamn window, bruh. Man, this chick was about 350 pounds, bro. She was big, bro. She was big. And she was like, but I could tell by her talking, because usually big women, big people, they breathe hard when they talking. But I caught on, I was peeping it, but I wasn't really peeping it. You know what I'm saying? Man, she was big. Man, this chick was huge, bro. I'm like, man. So she was like, hey, and I was like, she was like, what's up? I was like, what's going on? I was like, what's going on, man? She was like, hey, man. So she was like, you disappointed? I was like, nah, I ain't disappointed. Shit. Now my mom like, man, fuck this shit. I'm gonna keep trying to get this money till she got down, till I get out. Fuck that shit. So I played it off like that, right? So boom, now, so she came to see me a couple more times. So now it's time to get out. So I get out of jail, right? So boom, I get out of jail. She live in the city. She live in the city that I'm locked up in. So, she was like, you want me to send? We didn't have Ubers. Ubers and it was taxis or a bus. So she was like, you want me to send a taxi to get you? I was like, nah. I said nah, because I ain't had nowhere to go. So it was either to the shelter or to her house. So I was like, damn, I didn't want to go to the shelter, but I was like, fuck it. So I was like, and I was kind of horny too. So I was like, man, fuck it, man. I ain't try to hit this, try to get this nut off. You know what I'm saying? Try to see if I can make it work. So boom, man. I get out. I catch a bus to her house. I get to her house. She got a fat woman house, bro. Like, it's just shit everywhere. Fat woman house. You know, I don't know if y'all know what that means. It's like just shit everywhere. And she had 2 kids. So I'm like, damn. So, all right. So we just chilling. She cooked. She was like, she had cooked. I can't remember what it was. So she cooked. So I ate the shit, but I was like, I'm real skippy about eating people's food. So I picked over it and shit. So, all right. So now it's time to, so I jump in the shower. I'm trying to think, nah, she didn't even buy me no clothes. I ain't had no underwear, none of that shit, man. I ain't had no underwear, nothing, man. So I jumped in the shower, but I'm trying to think. She had some shorts. I think her brother's shorts, and she was like, you can wear these shorts. And I had nothing coming out of jail. So boom, man, but the money she was sending me, I had the jail underwear. Because she was sending me like, wasn't a lot, like $10 here and there. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe $10 every 2 weeks or some shit like that. It wasn't a whole lot. Anyway, man, so I put on, like, I had on the jail underwear. I had some jail boxers. So I washed them out and then I just walked around with some shorts she had on. She had some shorts that she gave me. So it was I had the shorts on. So, all right, come time for bed. I'm like, man, sure. I'm talking about, yo, when I tell you this woman was big, she was big, bro. She was like 3-something. I'm like, man, bro. And then all too, since she hugging me and like, you know, hugging me, wanting to get up under me and shit. We sitting there watching TV, she all up under me and shit. Like, I'm like, oh, man. Mind you now, this is baby. Shit, this was 20-something years ago. So I looked way younger than this. So I'm like, damn, man. Had to be 20-something years ago. I'm 58. Nah, this shit I was in my 30s. I was like 30-something. Yeah, I was like 30-something. So yeah, so I would look way different. So I'm like, damn, man. So come to have sex. So now she's like, let's go to bed. I'm like, man, yeah. So we get in the bed. Bruh. I tried, y'all. my joint just wouldn't get hard. I tried. And she was playing with it. She was doing everything she can to get it hard. Sucking it, playing with it, flipping it, flapping it, beating her face with it. Like everything. I just couldn't do it, man. That shit wouldn't get hard, man. And she was like, what's wrong with you? I was like, man, I said, man, I jacked a lot when I was in jail, so it's probably fucking with me. She was like, for real? She said, why you do? I said, shit, man, I mean, shit, I'm locked up. That's all I could do is jack, you know what I'm saying, masturbate. So she was like, but yeah, you know it's not good. I said, yeah, I know now, but shit. So it just wouldn't get hard. I couldn't get hard, man. So, what I end up doing, man, honestly, y'all, I end up, the next day, did she work? I know she wasn't there. I ended up, and I didn't really have a whole lot of shit. I ain't have nothing really, but some paperwork from jail. You know how you accumulate paperwork when you in jail. I had some paperwork I accumulated, and I think I ended up throwing that shit away. And cause I really didn't have nothing. Remember, y'all, I was homeless. I ain't have shit. So I ended up throwing that shit away. And I think what I did was, when she left and went somewhere. I think her kids went to school. No, her kids went to school. She went to walk her kids to school because the school evidently was around where she was living. She walked her kids to school, and when she left, I left. And I went to the shelter, and I said, "Fuck that shit." I went to the shelter, and checked in, and I stayed in the shelter, and about 2 days. This motherfucker came into the shelter. I'm like, bruh. She was like, why you leave? Why you leave? That's fucked up. You left. That's fucked up. Why you leave? I was like, yo, man. I told her, I said, yo, I'm gonna be real with you. I said, I was a burden to you. You know, you got kids. I was a burden. I didn't want to be a burden to you. She's like, you ain't no, bro. I said, man, I just saw me as a burden. So I didn't want to do that. You got kids. I as a man, I just can't stay with you like that. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, my heart wouldn't let me do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a man at the end of the day. You know, my soul as a man wouldn't let me live with a woman. I care about you. And I care about you that much that I had to leave. Because I couldn't, as a man, stay with you. You know what I'm saying? And hold you down knowing I ain't got nothing. I can't help you with the bills. I can't help you with nothing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no money. I ain't got nothing. As a man, I can't do it. I just felt less than a man, so I had to leave. And she was like, it's okay. It's okay. Come on back home. I was like, yo, I'm telling you, as a man, I can't. She was like, come on back home. It's okay. She had my head in her bosom, big old titties, smothering me in her bosom. She's like, it's okay. I'm like, she's like, it's okay. Come on back home. No, yo, I can't. I'm saying, as a man, I just don't feel it. I wasn't raised like that. I wasn't raised like that. As a black man, I just can't do it. I can't do that. You got kids. I can't have your kids look at me as a man, and I'm sitting up under you, no money, can't help you pay the lights, the water. She said, I'm on Section 8. All my bills is paid. You ain't got to pay nothing. I mean, my light bill get paid, my water get paid, my rent get paid. My rent ain't but $3. You don't have to worry about nothing. I said, yo, I can't even give you $3 for your rent. I can't even give you $3 for your rent. I said, as a man, I can't even give you $3. And you know how it makes me feel? I feel less of a man. Can't even give you $3. Come on, man. You can't. As a man, I don't feel like a man. She was like, come on, calm down, baby, calm down. It's okay. It's okay, baby, it's okay. I'm in her bosom, she's in the big old titties. She's smothering me. I'm like, man, that shit was crazy, bro. So I told her, I said, yo, look, I'm gonna come back. I said, I'm gonna come back, man. Just give me some time to get my head together, man. You know what I'm saying? She said, okay, but please come back. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna come back. Please. She said, what you doing? What you eating? I was like, I'm good. I said, just give me a day, man. Let me get myself together. So I ended up saying, man, fuck that shit. So I ended up asking the people at the shelter, is there another shelter in another city that y'all can send me to? So he was like, yeah. So they sent me to another shelter in another city. Yeah. I was like, I'm out. I couldn't do it.